Apple Juice
Welcome back to the Apple Juice for Two podcast. This is episode number 8. My name is Brevin Stallings. I'm the co-host alongside me with my other co-host, Cameron Allen.
Yeah. Hey,
That's all. He
Cameron
doesn't
Allen.
speak, actually. He can
It's
just
the-
laugh. Oh,
Hey, I'm Cameron Allen.
okay.
Hi, guys.
And, of course, our lovely executive producer, Cameron Allen.
Cameron Allen.
Hello, thank you.
Thanks for being with me here, boys.
Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah.
Guys, I am so glad to be back. Actually, wait, I think we need to commemorate something special.
Okay.
I read a fact somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not important. Sources don't matter. I'm joking. That's
It
fine.
was checked.
It was checked. This was checked, verified.
Mm-hmm.
It was something like 95% of podcasts don't make it past their 7th episode.
Oh.
And guess what we are on?
Number 8.
We are on number 8.
Hey,
boys.
Top
we-
5%.
We faced adversity.
We did.
Conquered it.
We did.
And now we're up next. That's what
Exactly.
we
yeah.
are up next.
It's time for Apple Juice for 2. You're goddamn tooting right.
Do they have stats on, like, I don't know, like 14 episodes?
That's a great question. I don't know. I think
Is
it
like
was.
exponential.
You're going a little too. You're going a little too crazy.
Yeah.
I think it was just used to make a point or a headline. So it's just surface level knowledge I got there.
We're just the coolest, hippest podcast on air. You know.
Top 5%.
You know. We're
Okay.
that guy.
The 0.5 top percentile is
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. We're that
So-
good.
Yeah.
That's Apple Juice for 2 for you today, guys.
Thanks for tuning in.
That's all we have.
Apple
Oh, yeah.
Juice for 2.
Exactly.
That
all
was
we
kind of like John Mulaney.
Uh,
Apple Juice for 2,
Yeah. I don't
the
think-
hit podcast.
I don't think he's that funny.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad.
I
I don't think he's that funny either, and I've always gotten crap for that, man.
Oh yeah, I'm
Solidarity.
only gonna
Cameron
say
Allen's
here.
unite.
I'm only gonna say
Yeah,
here
exactly,
because one of my the guest we had on our show, Tate Fowler, loves him. Hopefully he doesn't.
Oh,
he
I
doesn't
bet
beat me up.
I makes
Hopefully he doesn't beat me up when he sees me. You don't.
I mean, he
talk
is
about
funny,
John
but
Mulaney. I don't think he's that funny.
he's on SNL, right?
Well, he's just been doing a lot of stuff in show businesses and comedy, like
He's
a
trying
lot
it
of
all.
the stuff that we probably do. Like a lot, he's probably had his hands in, his
Yeah.
paws in, if you know what I'm saying.
His
true,
little
that's true.
hands. Yeah, I mean some of his little bits are pretty funny, but I mean, I
you
couldn't-
know.
And I mean, we hope he's doing well.
we're not gonna wish anything.
What am
Like,
I?
You need to die, John Mulaney.
we do not respect you.
Cancel
therefore
him.
You must die. It's like whoa. Who's that guy? Who's that guy in that black cloak that's gonna kill John Mulaney?
It's the cancel culture demon.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time
I
before
am the
he
cancel
does
culture
something or
demon.
they find something.
And I will find somebody and I will kill them.
I will find your tweets.
I
Did
will
you
go.
guys see Elon Musk on SNL?
Oh,
I haven't watched it, but
so
there's so much. Was it really that
It's just-
bad?
dude,
I
it's
heard
just
there's
not-
a lot of not to cut
the
you
monologue is really rough.
off. I heard that a lot of the cast members did not want him on the show.
Well,
Dude, I
that's-
bet. I don't blame him. It's such like a just like stroking his meme ego. He just likes to
Mhm.
troll society and thinks it's just I don't know. It encourages the whole thing.
Well, actually, ever since the 2020 election, South Carolina, SNL's ratings actually have gone down.
Because it's not
So-
funny.
yeah, SNL sucks these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean, I
Unfunny
think-
show. Okay, wait. I will say though, on the Elon Musk episode, the digital short with what's his name? The guy in the spacesuit and then his head gets blown up. That was actually really funny. But the Elon Musk monologue sucked ass.
Well, because he's not a performer or an actor at all.
No, he's
I
not.
think he's good at what he does, but not anything with comedy.
yeah,
He's not funny.
Well, it just makes everything obvious how like propped up it is. Sorry,
Yeah,
Isaiah.
which it always is because they're always like talking to each other but looking at the side.
yeah.
And why?
yeah.
That's just their
They're obviously
thing, but
reading
it
cards.
looks so bad. Like they're not
Yeah.
even trying. I don't know why they didn't figure something else.
and the
out
only
beside
reason
that.
why SNL even got them on, because like I said, their ratings are so low, and they thought that since Elon Musk was on Joe Rogan's podcast, I think that's the most viewed video on Joe Rogan's like YouTube.
Oh, him
Where he
smoking
smoked
weed.
weed.
Yeah, so
He
they
mentioned,
mentioned
it in the
that,
podcast,
yeah, and they thought that let's get Elon Musk and their ratings are gonna go back up, but I haven't even watched it yet, and I probably won't just from what y'all have said, but which I wasn't really expecting Elon Musk to be like a good actor, so you kind of just told me not to watch it, so I probably.
I mean,
won't.
their ratings probably went up. Like a lot of people watched it.
'Cause
Yeah.
he's got
You know
a lot
what I
of-
mean?
he's
But
got a
like,
big following.
It's
I
interesting.
think everybody who watched it lost a bit of respect for SNL. I mean, not that I don't know. It's just like it hasn't been
It's just not funny.
anything for a while. Yeah.
Right. They kind of ran out
Just
of
stale.
all their Trump jokes after, like I said, after election, because that's pretty much what they were going for. Now
Which
it's just
also
like,
isn't that funny after years and years.
Yeah.
So anyway,
What are we talking about? Oh, wait.
Well,
What do we got, Isaiah?
What do we got?
Got some fat news today.
Fat news.
Well,
guess.
actually, there is
I mean,
news, and the news is
it's true.
that one of our hosts is now a college graduate.
Hello. Hey, hello.
Isaiah, give us a speech right now. Your graduation
Yes,
speech.
yes. I didn't have this prepared, but I just want to thank everybody that helped me along the way. And I would like to say thank you to my family, thank you to my friends, my cohorts, my apprentice, my
What accent is he talking?
I don't know. But yeah, no, like I'm a college graduate, you know,
Yeah, dude.
a bachelor of
Congrats.
in arts,
Congratulations.
mass communications. You know, I'm using my mass comm major in the podcast. You know,
I know you didn't say mass communications, but I bet a lot of people would
Especially now.
plausibly think about that because of masks.
yeah.
They're like, oh, can he talk really well with masks on? Like,
Yeah, it's
people,
just like-
what?
yeah,
Mass
actually,
People
I have
understand him really
I
well.
have a
with a
bachelor's
mask.
in mask communications, so every time I put on a mask,
I know sign language.
I'm very articulate. So yeah.
So, what's your degree about?
mass communication.
Hold on, let me put my mask on. My degree.
Doesn't he sound like he's a mask on? Oh my gosh.
It's a hot take. Isaiah can speak through a mask. But yeah, you know.
That's applicable to any job too, because
Yeah.
they all gotta wear masks now.
mask.
Max have to tape a laptop to my body.
But yeah.
I had to do it. I'm sorry.
I graduated this past Friday, you know, but something that I also want to mention that actually is very off topic. Sunday, this past Sunday was Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thanks to all the moms to raise your little shithead kids because they're just turds, but you know, you put up with it because you're their mom, you know, I appreciate that. Whoa.
Get loud and proud for Mom's Day.
Mom.
That's Amore came in really hot that time.
Thank
Sorry about that.
But yeah, like I said, like I have a little hot take, a little opinion about Mother's Day.
Don't you dare say anything.
Obviously,
bad.
the holiday is amazing. You know, we gotta appreciate our moms. That's not the issue. The issue is when the mothers out there. I think it's I don't know about y'all, but I think it's weird when mothers wish themselves a happy Mother's Day. Like I think that's the
Like in person, or they post?
No, they
about
post it. Like they'll literally post a picture of the kids. Oh yeah, I'm a mother. So here's my Cash App. Here's my Venmo. Give me money for being a mother.
For real? Like you saw
Oh.
someone post their Venmo?
Yeah, it's just like why? Like what's the point? Like we get it. Like no, we appreciate you being a mother, but like let me just my favorite word of the day: exploit. Let me exploit my kids for a couple of dollars.
Dude,
Yeah.
freaking anytime you see a kid that's on the internet, like TikTok or YouTube,
Mhm.
they're basically being exploited. Even if it's a good parent and like what you're watching is wholesome, it's still like, I'm gonna take this wholesome and good moment I have with
Right.
my child and put it on the internet so I can get views and then sponsorships.
Yeah.
Even it's
It's ridiculous.
but it's like a lot of times they'll include the kid, like the kid is a main focus, so people are following the kid too. But I mean, I guess you could say the kid benefits because the parent spends the money
to
on
think
them.
like to further expound upon that. Do you remember the oh my god, he was like the yodeler kid, the one who sang at Walmart. He's like,
Yeah.
They literally like
He was at
he was on everything. Like he literally his parents were like, oh, he went viral. Let's just put him in the
Ellen.
country. Yeah, let's put him on.
I
Ellen.
wouldn't
Let's
take
put him
my
on.
kid near Ellen.
Let's put him on a country musical like festival. Let's put him everywhere. I think he performed with Lil Nas X.
He was at not Burning Man, but what's the other big one in the desert?
I couldn't tell you.
I mean, I really don't have them anymore.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. But yeah, like I guess
Bonnaroo? No.
No, that's not. That's in Tennessee, I think.
Tennessee.
I don't
Even though it's not country at all.
Tennessee. I remember the one day that I saw that little kid. He yodeled so good. He yodeled so loud. He yodeled his ass all night.
You got to be careful talking about kids and their asses with that voice. You just kind of like growl, like.
That wasn't my voice. That was
Not my voice.
that was the Southern man's voice.
In Tennessee,
That wasn't.
because you're the only Tennessee.
Well, that's a good pickup line. I might need to use that.
Yodeling. You think you could pick up girls by yodeling?
Huh?
Think you pick up a girl by yodeling?
Any day. I can pick up a girl literally by picking her up. I'm strong.
Oh,
Big burly man. I got strong. I got meat on my bones. I got muscle. You want to fight? I want to tussle. I got muscle.
Ooh.
I got bars.
What were you talking about?
Is it who?
No, what?
Oh, what are we talking about today? Well, I'm not getting to the topic just yet
Oh.
because I still wanted to kind of just banter. Sorry.
The news.
I know, but we're not getting into the news just yet because that's still one of the banter. Because there's another thing I wanted to talk about mothers. Because my mother was hacked. Her debit card was hacked.
They stole our money.
They stole all the money. We don't know how we're gonna eat. We don't know how. Well, they took all my mom. They took all my mom the money. I don't know. Like she just remember she calmed me down. She was like, "Are you even using my card?" I'm like, "To buy brews, mom? What? No, I only use dad's card to buy brews, man. Like, no, why would I ever do that?" But no, like she just told me. She was like obviously visibly upset, rightfully so. But it sucked that it happened.
Like crying?
Nah, it's not crying, but like she was just like frustrated, just kind of yelling, and it sucks that it happened the day after Mother's Day. So you can't see my mom. I can't see my mom mad the day after Mother's Day. That's like a sacred holiday. So I had to call up my boy Vlad.
Handle some business.
Yeah, my boy Vlad had to handle some business. I had to call him up, and
Did you bring him on the show today?
Yeah, honestly, I want to hear what I want him to tell y'all what he said.
It looks like he's on the line. Okay, yeah. So Isaiah brought Vlad, guys. And we'll bring him in. Yeah, hey, he is.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, there he is. Okay, this is Vlad.
Vlad?
Vlad, can you hear us?
Lul.
Oh, there you go. Okay, Vlad. What's up, man? It's good to hear your voice.
Hey, how you do?
Vlad.
How you do today? How do I take pleasure? Vlad use cars. How you do?
Well, Isaiah said that you had some business to explain about his mom or something this weekend.
I did. Yes, I do. The card got hacked, and she called Vlad and said, "Vlad, I need you to talk to bank because bank not comply with money." I said, "Give me card, give me information for bank, and I will talk to them myself." I called the bank and I said, "Hello, bank." They said, "Hello." I said, "I am Vlad from Vlad Used Car Shop," and I told them, "Get money back to woman." And they said, "Okay." And I said, "Thank you very much." I hang up phone and I go to bank myself and rob bank and get myself more money. I rob bank and get more money to self. That's all I have to say. Because I think there's I got to go, guys. The car business going good. Thank you very much.
Vlad?
I got to go. Bye.
Vlad, are you there?
Oh,
whoa!
Didn't get to ask him about it.
I think Vlad was in a high-speed chase. I think
Vlad was on some stimulants or something. He was on something.
Do you think he was still in the States?
Still in the States.
That didn't sound like a Russian cop siren.
That's true. Maybe he was hightailing away from some cops somewhere.
Do you think he was literally robbing the bank while he was on the phone with us?
I mean, that's why he had to go. Oh my God.
Does Vlad even actually live in Russia? I don't really know. I think he might live in the United States just because he's offered to buy. I mean, I know of people who have bought used cars from him.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I'm assuming it's in the United States. I don't know where though.
Maybe. Well, did he give the money back to your mom?
I think he did because I mean, that was a pretty quick exchange with the bank. So I think they kind of got scared by his Russian accent. And it was like, okay, we'll give her the money back.
Okay.
But yeah, now we can go dive into the topic of today. And the topic of today is college worth it?
Collage?
Just in. Apple Just for Two podcast, is college worth it? Brevin, what do you have to say about the matter?
Well, I want to see what your take is. Because you're more experienced.
I am.
You got a degree.
I got a degree. I have a master. I have a bachelor's.
Speaking of, where did you get your degree?
Where did I get my degree from? I got my degree from Education Connect. Connected for free with Education Connect. Psych! I lied. That degree is not mine. No, I got my degree from the. I had to clear my throat.
The tension's so high.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You guys are not gonna.
They're not gonna know what the school is, but I'm gonna say it.
I'm gonna blow your minds.
The illustrious South Carolina State University, HBCU Incorporated.
Nice.
They're not incorporated, but
LLC.
But yeah, no.
Welcome to University LLC. Classes start strictly at 6 a.m. Free international breakfast is not available.
Choose your avatar.
This is your virtual college experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I went to an HBCU. Do you know what an HBCU is, Mr. Brevin?
Do I know what an HBCU is?
I don't know. I asked you.
Air conditioning unit?
Air conditioning unit.
Douchebag. No, it's a historically black college university. Why is it college university?
College or university.
Oh, so it's HBCU?
Yeah, but the O is silent.
So like HBCU.
HBCU. Yeah, HBCU.
C-O.
HBCU.
HBCU.
HBCU. More emphasis on the U.
Do you know how many there are in the country?
You said what?
Do you know how many there are in the country? Like how many HBCUs?
About 110, I believe.
So like roughly about 2 per state.
Not necessarily.
Well,
it
right.
It could.
There's probably
with those
some
numbers, yeah. But typically, most HBCUs are in the South. There's HBCUs as far west as, I believe, Louisiana, and as far north. I don't know which state is more north, Pennsylvania or Ohio. But the first actually HBCU that was established was actually in Pennsylvania. I forgot the name of the town, but I actually have it in the doc.
because they're all pretty old. Like
they're old. It's like
right.
it's a land grant
so
school.
it's probably where there wasn't like public education for Black people.
No,
And so
most
just
of
did
them.
themselves.
Most of them were established after the Civil War. I almost said civil rights era because
Well, there's no way before the Civil War they would have been allowed to.
Yeah, exactly.
make their
Because
own
obviously they're
universities.
not trying to educate Black people. Obviously, especially
They
before the Civil
like
War.
they wouldn't let them read.
Exactly. Like I said, if your master were to find out that you were able to read, you would either be probably killed or just beaten basically to death. But yeah, like I said, like the first HBCU is Cheney University of Pennsylvania, founded in 1837, and the one that I know that's in Pennsylvania is Wilberforce, and they were founded in 1856. But my illustrious university
You could say now.
My
alumni.
I am an alum. I am the
Alum?
school that I attended and got oopsies, and got my
Stole a degree from.
Bachelors of Arts in Mass Communications was founded in 1896 as a land grant college. You want to know what else is a land grant college? Clemson University in South Carolina.
Ever heard of Clemson? Huh? Yeah. Land grant.
They're tigers. They're tigers. They're tigers. They're tigers. That's literally will be here every time it's football season. I'll go to the store. They're tigers.
I was about to say, do you think anyone would have any idea what Clemson is if it weren't for football?
Oh yeah, definitely not.
Guaranteed not.
Every time I visit my friends in Clemson, and like Clemson is Clemson. Like literally, the University of Clemson is the town of Clemson.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's in the city. Like,
yeah.
the city of Clemson.
Town.
It's probably one of the most college towns ever. Like you can't go to a place with maroon.
Yeah, you
it's
literally.
all
yeah.
Or orange.
Yeah, like I said, if it's not that, it's gonna be like these like. If it's not Go Tigers, it's Go Cocks. Because University of
Go Cocks.
The University. Wait, what is it again? University of South Carolina.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it was. Because I know they changed it. It used to be USC.
That's
now
true,
it's
'cause that's just
USC.
USC.
Speaking of that.
Wait.
Speaking of that, did you know the president of University of South Carolina said, "Congratulations to the graduates of University of Southern California." Yeah, I wish I would have brought in if I would have known I was going to talk about this, I would have brought in the clip.
What does that dude on?
He literally, the president, or he was the president. He said University of Southern California.
Did he ever work
did
there?
he say that whole thing, or did he? Like,
and he's like, no, he stated it like live, like on the during the graduation, and he said, University of South Carolina. Oh, sorry.
How do you come back from that?
I would have just walked out.
He's really.
I guess I'm retiring.
Yeah, just like, you know what? I'm actually gonna submit my papers to be transferred to University of Southern California because I just messed up that bad. But yeah, like I said, I love my school. You know, I love my HBCU. You know what I mean? Like, but obviously that's not the main point. That's not the main point. The main point is, do you think everybody should go to college? And I don't necessarily think everybody should go to college, but I think everybody should somehow, some way educate themselves. You know, because there's a lot of people out there that
like to what extent do you mean by that?
I don't know. So like I said, there's
like you could be able to read and write, or
I think. Well, I mean, there's that, but I think instead of, because obviously, like, I'm a little conflicted about college myself. So I think it's a little overrated. There's a lot of people that I've seen that are in college that don't need to be in college, and there's people that like take advantage of college to have the whole college experience where they just drink, party. Because we talked about in a podcast before about that. And the people that do that and just literally just make like their lifestyle based around just drinking and partying, those are the ones that don't need to go to college. Y'all just need to go to an AA meeting every now every
job.
Week. Yeah, a job, yeah. But like,
anywhere.
Don't say you damn.
But like, I think just people should just educate themselves, and honestly, I think they should learn a little bit more about some media literacy. Because I know a lot of people are so influenced on the news, so people should be able to have their own like opinion of the news instead of being so influenced by this side left, this side right, or whatever. Just kind of have that maybe meet in the middle. But like I said, there's so many people that are quick to be like, oh, well, this isn't right, this isn't right, this isn't right. I believe this is right. I'm like, okay, what's your source? Oh, this is so-and-so. I saw this on so-and-so. I'm like, well, what if they aren't completely right? Like, maybe you should read the article that they're referring to, and maybe you can develop your own opinion about it.
What's funny is I think most universities do the opposite of that. Like, there's not a lot of free speech on universities.
Right.
And it's usually just like one way of thinking, and if you disagree, you're not really welcome. You should just keep your mouth shut.
Right. And I feel like sometimes in college, it's just not, I feel like in some instances, you don't really learn anything.
Tonight,
it's just
on
like,
60 Minutes.
It's like, it's not really like you learn anything. It's just like, can you remember what you read?
Oh,
can
yeah.
you study? Like, it's
You
just
could,
like kind of.
Yeah, like, can you, like, show up to things on time or, like.
You can get a
with
whole
people.
degree and not remember anything.
That is very true.
But it's on, I guess, like in that sense, the degree is saying like you're able to put your mind to a task and complete it and meet expectations. So, which is dumb. Like, why do you have to pay that much money just to prove that? Like, just there should be other ways, which luckily there is.
A lot of it
Definitely not as mainstream.
Yeah. Well, Isaiah, what do you think you got from college specifically?
Degree.
Since, like I said, since I told you I went to HBCU, I actually learned a little bit more about myself. By myself, I mean about like black people. There's a lot of history that's been left out in our education system. Like for one instance, are you familiar with the story of Henrietta Lacks?
No, I'm not.
So
The
long
Adventure
story.
of Laxatives?
No, not even very close. Not even remotely close. But it's basically what happened was I think around the I can't remember when she was born, or I can't remember when she died exactly, but it was either between the 1950s or 1960s. Henrietta Lacks essentially, she died physically, but her cells were forever like regenerating. So Johns Hopkins University.
How'd they know?
They
did she not decompose or something?
No, like, I don't. I guess they took I think they took cells from her body.
Why?
Because they were just studying her because she had cancer, and they literally studied her, and they kept those cells.
Oh, her cancer kept growing after she died.
It wasn't the I think it was just her actual like stem cells or just the cells in her body. I don't know what cells they took, but like I said, it just was forever. That's probably what led like her to have cancer.
Right.
But like her cells just kept on regenerating and generating and generating. So Johns Hopkins actually used her cells for research and profited millions, probably even billions of dollars into research, finding cures for different diseases. And Henrietta Lacks' family got nothing from that. Absolutely no money until like maybe 15, 20 years ago or so. So that's, excuse me.
How much did they get?
I couldn't tell you off the top. I would have to look that up. But I'm sure, I mean, with that the amount of money that they made from that, I can imagine the settlement not being less than like a few million.
Well, like, what do you get for doing like a medical study?
What do you mean?
Because like you say you just gave a sample of your cells.
But it was the thing is like she wasn't willing to give the sample.
I guess that's true.
If it was one thing, if I were to give my body to science, and let's say I have some some anomaly in my body, then I would, like I said, I would like my parents, if they made money, if the medical industry made money from that, I would want my family to have some of that. But they took her cells. That'd be
cool, but it's like you didn't find anything by giving your body up.
Yeah, but that was like that was her mom. That was their family.
Your mom should. That's true.
And like I said, we're on top of their moms. But like the biggest thing is that they didn't like have like her consent to like study, because I think they ran a number of tests on her, and like I said, they used their cells for research.
That's kind of an interesting topic to bring up. Like, what are the rights of a dead person?
Because I don't
honestly, I think it's anything you come up with is just culture, because like it's only like because it's disrespectful to them, but whoever it is dead. Like.
I think I'd be less upset if, like I said, if Johns Hopkins didn't make so much money and the family got, like literally nothing until like a couple of years ago.
Well, did they have to like fight for it, or did they try to make it seem like they didn't have any right to any compensation for it or something?
I'm sure they. I haven't. Like I saw the movie and then my professor talked about it. This is like back in freshman year, but I always tell people about this story. But I need to do my own research. I'm a little bit of a hypocrite because I honestly. It's like I said, it's been like 3 years since I've actually heard this story. So I'm kind of going off of my knowledge from 3 years ago. But that's what I had. That's what I had from that. I'm sorry, college,
And that's what college gets you.
Yeah, at least I can retain information from 3 years ago. So yeah. My college did me well.
But yeah.
Well, definitely like in public education growing up, they focused a lot on just like the bad things that happened to black people throughout American history, which definitely needs to be noted.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of good things they did too that just kind of gets brushed over because they just don't talk about it.
Yeah,
Which
like
is silly. It's a lot of is a big part of history.
Yeah, it's always the same people who learn about civil rights. It's just Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Rosa Parks. That's literally the only people we learned about the civil rights era. But there's Dr. Benjamin Elijah Mays that he took classes actually at South Carolina State University before it was actually South Carolina State. It was another name. I couldn't remember the name. I can't remember the name. It might have been like South Carolina State College or it was something.
That's still an HBCU because it's a C.
It is.
Not a U.
And he was actually the mentor of Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King. And they actually attended the exact same university, but obviously he was older than in the school they both attended was Morehouse College, which is in Atlanta, Georgia. And like I said, I think that's pretty much the premier HBCU in the United States. That's an all male college. But both Dr. Benjamin Elijah Mays and Dr. Martin Luther King, I got to get them their credit. Dr. Martin Luther King got, I don't know if they got just their BSs or just like masters and doctor. I don't know.
What do you know?
I know a decent amount about HBCU.
Mass protection. I mean, communication.
No, I know mask communication, not mask. But yeah, like I said, I always will continue to advocate for HBCUs. It sounds kind of dark, but it's kind of a dying breed.
Right. Sorry.
It really is. When my parents actually went to the school I graduated from.
That's cool.
Yeah, I know. So I had no choice. You know,
like I wanted a discount.
Did I get a actually since I was already black, they already gave me a discount.
Yeah.
Just because it's in the name. Yeah, it's in the name, like HBCU.
Just like ringing it up at a cash register. All right, and did your parents go here? Oh, nice. That's a fact.
That is a scholarship.
I see black, so that's gonna be.
But I think one of the biggest misconceptions of HBCUs is that that's exclusively black, which is not true at all. Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, we can't have all white things. Why can black people have? HBCUs, there's only black people there.
I mean, what will be the point of an all-white college?
I'm just like I was like, there's no, it's not even historically, I think a lot of HBCUs were actually open to Jewish Americans being educated because back then a lot of the evangelical they're not allowing Jewish people to be educated at their universities. So there's kind of a little like unspoken like kind of alliance between and at that time between like the Jewish American community,
like friends of your enemy's your friend.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I'll always continue to advocate for HBCUs. I love my my HBCU, South Carolina State University. I hope in the future that I'm able to start a scholarship fund for that school because, like I said, my bachelor means so much to me, and obviously means so much to my family and to my friends. Speech. I'll give a speech right now. But yeah, like I said, I'm a proud alumni of the illustrious South Carolina State University, my alma mater. Go Bulldogs. Let
it rip.
Yeah, let them. The garnet and blue. The garnet and blue.
You did it.
I did it. Mommy, I did it. I graduated from school, Mommy. You're doing great, sweetie. You're doing great. That's not how my mom talks. That's not how my mom talks.
Oh my. Same vibe.
Yeah,
That's so sad.
The vibes literally matched. But I gotta find a little bit more. I don't know why my links are not working.
Jacked links.
Jacked. What? 1 second, Cameron. We are going inside the databases to find the links.
Technical difficulties. Apple Juicer 2 will be right back.
We have found the links.
Okay.
I'm
sorry.
I just wanted to name a few notable alumni from the university. If you're a native of South Carolina, you might know who this man is. James E. Clyburn. Wow, I'm gonna go with no. He's a House of Representative.
That's so disrespectful. I'm sorry.
He's a House of Representative. It's whatever. It's fine. It's
not racially motivated.
Hey. There's also Willie Jeffries, one of the winningest coaches.
I hate that word.
Winningest?
Yes, it sounds.
Is that really?
It
really
is.
A word?
It's a real word. It's dumb because it sounds completely fake and made up. I feel like sports announcers just love to throw that word out to be like, yeah, it's a real word.
What does that word even mean?
You
Winningest.
win the most.
Oh my god.
The winningest.
The winningest.
He he coached
stupid.
football at South Carolina State for 19
Winniest?
seasons.
They
and
really say that?
yeah, and
Yeah.
he also He also coached at a PWI, or a predominantly white institute of Wichita State University.
Barry
Yes.
Sanders is coaching a small HBCU right now.
Jackson State University.
Yeah.
They
Seen him
played
on TV.
decent. Yeah, they played
all right.
decent, and that was actually really big for HBCUs. Because
Oh yeah,
typically
I'm sure.
HBCUs, HBCU football games, and even basketball games are typically broadcast on ESPN3.
Are there any Division 1?
Yeah, they're all.
I
Yeah,
think
no,
so.
yeah,
They
they're
are?
Division
Are they?
1A. They're not. They're FCS, not FBS. So the difference
Yeah.
between FBS and FCS is like the Clemsons, the USCs, but the step down FCS is like the college, or like the Citadel, like the South Carolina State,
Yeah.
Charleston Southern's. Those are FCS. They
But
play
they still can
D1.
play Clemson.
Yeah, they still can play
Yeah.
them, but they're not gonna beat them. It's highly unlikely because they obviously don't get the same recruits.
Right.
yeah, they're just small.
So yeah, that's basically like the biggest thing. Like,
just
they just
little.
don't get the craziest. They don't get like the best. Yeah, they're just.
You're just special.
You just
They're not bad.
a little bit little. It's okay. You'll be all right. I'm trying to think of some other notable alumni. Oh, I got this. I gotta search her name because I gotta make sure I get my my sources correct, because this is actually. I gotta get this. I gotta tie. You want to keep on rambling real quick, Brevin? Because I gotta.
Yeah,
look.
you could have Googled this 5 seconds before.
Oh, I found her name, and I went to the wrong thing. Oh, I found her right here. Ooh.
No
Huh.
comment.
Proud of STEM alumna, former Miss SC State crowned Miss USA.
What
This
is
is
her name?
actually Kara McCullough.
Y'all look up Carrie McCullough.
Kara. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Lovely young woman.
She's very beautiful. She came to my
Nuclear
homecoming.
scientist.
Yeah, she came to my my homecoming my freshman year. Very beautiful.
Do you know who nuclear scientists are? They're smart people.
Genius people. We actually have one of
Yeah.
the only nuclear engineering programs in South Carolina. The only other school that has it is Clemson, and maybe the Citadel, but there's no other school that has a nuclear engineering program.
What did you say?
Nuclear engineering program.
Nuclear.
Nuclear
I gotta be careful with this one.
engineering. What do you think I said?
I don't know. It sounded like gibberish. Like
Nuclear engineering.
nuclear.
Nuclear. Nougat.
It just makes me think of a microwave. Just gonna nuke it.
Nougat.
Yeah, I'm a nuclear engineer. I make
I make
microwave.
microwaves.
I nuke my mashed potatoes every day. What are you talking about?
We put that stew on nuke, and it exploded.
Nuke stew.
That's actually how we make atomic bombs. We just put some in the microwave, get all
Just a
nice
little
and
too long.
radioactive and
And then it just-
toasty.
You know how like it sprays up and then you gotta clean it out.
Yeah, that's combustion.
Just imagine that, but on like the biggest scale, and then you drop that on another city and it's gone.
Yeah, and another
You
notable
can't clean it up.
another notable alumni for all the sports fans out there. Brevin, you should know exactly who this man is, because if
Okay.
you don't, I'll have to punch you straight in your chest.
Oh no.
Darius
Rucker?
Leonard. I will smash you.
Oh, yeah.
Darius Rucker went to USC, but
That's very similar, just minus the state.
Brown State. But Darius Leonard went to South Carolina State University, and you know what he was? He was a second-round draft pick to the Colts, and you know what else he was? Defensive Rookie of the Year, which is very,
In the
very,
second round. Wow.
very uncommon for FCS players, and to put even more emphasis on that, HBCU players. You know what's even crazier? He did it
With 1 foot.
with 1 foot. No, I'm kidding.
That'd be
Yeah.
insane. That would.
That would be insane. He was a stud. I remember watching him play.
Wait,
back.
what?
What?
Finish the thought. What did he do?
I was trying to do, but you got me all brain farted. You made
just
me.
keep going on with someone else.
I got a brain fart. I'm talking about Darius Leonard right now. I was gonna list all his accomplishments. Darius
Right.
Leonard,
Right.
like I said,
Right.
second round draft pick to
Right.
the Colts.
Right. FCC.
Defense, yeah, no,
SES.
FS.
That's the internet.
Whoa, FS. Oh God, FCS. Now you're messing me up.
HBCU. Too many letters.
HBCU, the acronyms. Brain fart. But yeah, no. Like I said, usually a lot of HBCU players don't. Can I talk? This is. You know what. You are interrupting a man with his Bachelor of Arts
man.
degree in mass communications. Okay. Okay.
By the way, do you have your actual degree?
I don't. Yeah, I have to get it mailed.
Interesting.
I had to get it mailed. I had to get it mailed. Don't even ask. I have my diploma covered.
Makes you wonder if it actually exists.
Mailed to where? An address that it doesn't exist?
Hey, when we get that documentation, I'll bring it right on the podcast.
We'll
I'll show it right
frame
to
it
the
up
fans.
right behind you.
Yeah, I'll show it
With
right
the
to the
seal and the
fans.
signatures and everything.
Yeah, this is real official stuff. You know,
I'll hang my high school little rinky dink.
I still have my high school diploma. It's literally
I mean,
gross.
No one ever. I don't think anyone is ever gonna ask someone for your high school diploma. So
Yeah, and like, hey, can I see
anytime they threaten that, they're like, "We're not gonna give you your diploma if you don't do this." Like, okay,
We're gonna take your diploma away from you.
Who wants to see my high school diploma?
Yeah, who wants to see that? But let me go back to Darius Leonard. Like I said, typically FCS players don't get a lot of publicity and they don't get a lot of exposure. Publicity. What? Brevin, can I just not talk today?
I don't know. I
Just,
think it maybe.
are my lips too big? Am I talking to?
Hey, now you're putting words in my mouth.
Can you not understand me? I'll articulate myself a lot better. So Darius Leonard of South Carolina State University was, like I said, second round. I'm gonna say it the third time. Second round draft pick to the Colts. Indianapolis Colts.
Wasn't the Baltimore Colts then?
It was the Baltimore Colts back in the 1960s and 70s, but now it is the Indianapolis Colts.
Yes.
And like I said, Defensive Rookie of the Year. And before I was interrupted again by Mr. Brevin A. Stallings, even though that's not your middle name.
We're just bantering.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the brand. I don't know what you want.
It's the Brevin's banter.
Right back with
Yeah.
banter.
Like I said, he put the school on the map. You know, he put all the compliments. He put the school on the map. You know, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there was one other thing.
There's more stuff, but you know, I don't want to take your time from because I know Brevin's banter's coming up. The Brevin's banter,
right.
The banter of the banter.
That was a letdown.
Oh, I'll say it's okay. Well, I'll
very
say
impressive,
it.
very
I'll say it. I'll wrap it up. Isaiah. I'll wrap up Lil Zay News.
No, you don't need to wrap it up.
Oh, you don't have to tell me twice. You know, okay, he told me. But yeah,
Jose News buffet.
The only thing I had to say about Darius Leonard was, like I said, like small school. A lot of people were not for that pick because usually FCS kids don't get picked up, or not men don't get picked up in the early second round, first round. It's just like, you know, either free agency or in the later rounds, you know. But the fact that he put my school on the map, people know what my school is because of him. He ain't got any tissues. Did he put my school on the map? That's my linebacker. That's my linebacker. He also
does he have any rings?
Huh?
Does he have any rings?
Actually, he might. I think we won the MEAC when he was like a freshman or sophomore. That's the
like
division.
Pro.
Oh no, he's literally like this upcoming season will be his third year.
Oh, he's still playing.
Yeah, no, he's literally.
This whole time I was thinking like the 80s.
You were an idiot. So, if you want to talk about 80s, Harry Carson, who actually was.
We got a whole portfolio.
Yeah, I know all my stuff about my HBCU. No, I wish. Harry Carson actually played alongside Lawrence Taylor and is a Super Bowl champion. I think they won. No, I know he's a Hall of Famer. I don't know if he's a Super Bowl champion. I can't remember if that team ever won a Super Bowl. They probably did because it was Lawrence Taylor. He's a stud. But he went to South Carolina State, and like I said, he's a Pro Football Hall of Famer. But like I said, before I was interrupted again by Mr. Brevin's banter, usually HBCU players don't get a lot of exposure. But Darius Leonard went off against Clemson, where he recorded 19 tackles. I believe an interception, fumble recovery, and a blocked kick. And that's what put him on the map. Just a little bit of exposure will put these kids on the map. He went crazy that game. It was insane. I love my HBCU. Back to you, Brevin.
Props. Well done, sir.
Thank you.
To
That's
you
all I have to say.
and
Yes.
all the players out there.
Yeah, that's all I had to say. Thank you.
Bitch.
It's been a pleasure of mine to be on the show.
So earlier you asked the question, is college worth it? And that's definitely a tough question. It's not really yes or no. I have like just two little statistics that I think answer or like give you the most insight into how to start understanding the question, because it's kind of like for any, but the question is asking like for anyone, is it worth it? Which is dumb because everyone is different. Everyone has a different life.
Mm-hmm.
So the first statistic that is interesting to me is how many people were going to college before and then how many people are now. Like just the rate at which the percentage of people who in the like our age or I mean even older, because in America you can go to college at any age you want.
Right.
I mean obviously not if you're a baby. There's no baby college.
I want my degree.
But they keep track of how many people are going to school, obviously. And if you look in the 1970s, which is really not even that long ago, it was only 50 years. Dang. But of the entire population, 11.39% was in college. So,
oh, wow.
I mean, if you think about it, like at least half the population wouldn't even be in college because they're too old. They already have a job or they're a kid or they're retired. That's a lot of people. It's like a majority. I mean, obviously, it's like 18 to 22. But then you have there's all kinds of schools like graduate, undergrad, medical, whatever. But of everything, it's all higher education. Everything past high school is like decided I'm going to extend my education further into something specific. And usually, at least in the 70s and before, like, I mean, the idea of college, of higher education is to say I'm going to go beyond the basic education, which we end at 12th grade, obviously for a specific thing. Like you want to do a certain job and you need a certificate that says you know how to do it.
Right.
There's a lot of jobs that don't require something of that level, like just middle class, a lot of blue collar, hand working jobs that were really respected back then. Like blue collar workers were like people respected them. Yeah. So it went from 11.3%. Even if we just go up a little bit, like to 2. Well, this is something I find interesting. From 1990, by that point, it already bumped up to 20.71%.
Oh wow!
So a fifth of the country is just in higher education, just paying money to schools. Most, obviously, some working, but probably most not. From 1990 to 1995, it actually went down like 0.1% or like 0.3%, which I found like why. What happened from 1990 to 95 where less people started going to college?
Right. Interesting.
I don't know. But then obviously...
I was alive back then, so I can't answer that.
It's just only been going up in the amount of people. Presently, it's almost at 27%. So over a quarter of the population. Personally, I don't... Like, if you look at the bell curve of just like IQ, it's going to be a bell curve of society. Any characteristic you take for people, it comes up as a bell curve. So most people are just average intelligence. Very few are geniuses. And then it gets less and less common the higher you go. And then very few people are really stupid. So if you find either of those people, they're rare and you should be friends with them because it's cool to know like people with rare things. So if you find someone who's really just genuinely stupid, they're a diamond in the rough. So
find you a genius, guys.
They shouldn't go to college. It's funny because you'll find those people at college. Some people are just dumb, and they'll be in your classes with them.
I get it mad when I've been in the classes with people. It's mostly I've seen athletes. Just a little like obviously the ones that go to college for free, kind of take advantage of their education, and they can't even show up to class, and that really used to make me mad. How my parents are busting their balls, busting their butts, busting the balls to be able for me to to go to college, and like you're literally going to college for free, practically free, and the one thing you have to do other than play sports is go to class. You can't do that. Always pisses me. That's a problem at every school. I know a lot of back when USC was super good in like the mid and like I guess early 2010s, mid 2010s. I know some people's like older siblings. Like, oh yeah, I had classes, but like I'm not gonna say names, so I don't want to out them. But so and so, they never show up. They never show up to class. Like they never show up to class, but they always got A's and B's. And like, how does sports help either the society with your education? How does doing sports make your degree?
Just makes the university money.
Yeah, or even the people that your peers. How does it help them at all? Which it doesn't. So it's completely unfair and dilutes the entire value of a degree.
That's why I'm super conflicted about like college athletes getting paid. Just to like go off of that, because before when I wasn't in college, I was like, yeah, let these college football players get paid. You know, they make so much money from their from like literally just ticket sales, merchandising, you know, advertisement, endorsements. And then I go to school and I'm like, damn, I'm literally just like I don't have any money. Like I'm trying to get something. But like I said, that these guys are, oh well, you know, we got free college, but I'm trying to get a stipend or some kind of like extra money because they really already are getting paid because they always end up getting refunds from their school or they're getting handed under the table. With I know with what's his name, head coach of Nick Saban of the University of Alabama. I remember when he was recruiting Tua Tagovailoa, his parents were like, oh, we can't afford to move to Alabama from Hawaii. Next, you know what? Next season, Tua's there. They have a whole house in Alabama. Who paid for that? Who's paying for that house?
Dude, it's so scummy.
Alabama
sucks. That's why they win all the time because it's just such a stupid league because you're just buying the best players.
Yeah,
so
obviously you're gonna
it's
win.
Literally,
it's not
the best way to. It's really conflicting because I love the game of football, but you know, like college sports, primarily college football and even basketball, I consider that to be modern slavery.
They should just have. It's not attached to a school. It's just like college age football league.
It should just be like if you really don't want to go to school,
college shouldn't have sports.
Just if you really just want to go to like this to play like professionally, just don't go to school. Just like
why
is if there's like some kind of it'd be. I feel like in some cases, which would be kind of I'd probably get even more pissed. But like I feel like the only way for it to be like okay is if like players that literally just don't want to go to college, like they could just play football there and they maybe have some incentives. But I know now for like basketball, like youth can just go straight into the G League or go to some European league.
Yeah, super
like
early. Same with baseball.
Yeah, have like
because those both those sports. I mean, football is one of probably, if not the most physically aggressive sport in American society. So you gotta, because the people you're competing against are full-grown adults.
Exactly.
You can't be getting hit from a 35-year-old like 300-pound dude if you're in college. You just can't.
Right.
But baseball, you could be 18 and be a pro baseball if you're just talented.
Right.
Football, not even, no chance.
Yeah, which is very true. But like I said, modern slavery, because it's like these big universities are like, hey, we'll tell you what, man, we got the best facilities, we got the biggest fields, the pick cot. I mean, the biggest fields to play football on, and I
caught you on that.
and run around.
It's kind of messed up. It's like so just scheming and but also obvious. And
yeah,
like all is blatantly just to make the university money. You know what I mean? Like
which in that case, they kind of should get paid, but just not like in like an absurd amount. Like I think like college players should make maybe $500 a month. $500.
I mean,
which is fine.
If you think about it, like with professional athletes, they make what they can make for the team, and if the team is making billions of dollars, and the salaries are going to be millions of dollars because that's the demand. In college sports, make millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Exactly.
And I mean, it makes sense that like I don't know. Yeah, I think it goes to what makes it worse is the scale of it. Like they're so big, the sports teams.
Ridiculous.
Some colleges, it's like the biggest part of it. Like you said, Clemson.
Yeah,
like
it's just a glorified. No, it's just a football team glorified as a school.
Yeah, pretty much
for education, which is stupid because the whole point of education is to get educated.
Yeah, so it's like I get like if you play sports for a team at school, then like they comp like the tuition and stuff and help you with that kind of things. But like. Yeah, I mean, it comes to a point where like that doesn't become the main focus of that student's life.
Exactly. And I think both sides are valid, but they both will be corrupted, obviously. So just get rid of it. We just shouldn't have college sports, really. To
put it in perspective, when I knew Darius Leonard was going to get drafted. We didn't know he was going to get drafted that high, but like I would see him on campus because our campus isn't like very large. It's like it's just like a good size. So I would see him on campus, in the dining hall, just walking to classes. So I would always say to myself, "Oh, like that's Darius Leonard. He's literally going to be like a professional athlete in the next like month or like next like year or two." But when it comes to these big schools, I remember so many people being like, "Oh my God, I touched Trevor Lawrence." I
touched his hair.
I'm like, y'all are fucking weird, dude. Like this is a man. This is no. He's
a
mortal.
god. Take that out of your mouth.
I thought it was the weirdest thing where it's like, oh my God. Even like these girls had this daddy fetish with Dabo Sweeney. Like girls were, I went, he's so sexy. I love Dabo. But no, you're fucking weird. Like that's
just fame.
Yeah, it's just clout. It's just like
Yeah.
people love clout, and like I mean, I love clout. You know, I'd love to have a lot of clout, but I
Everyone
don't.
loves clout.
Yeah, but like this is even weirder that like people are just like, oh my god, like these football players that don't even care about me. Like I saw him in class and like I talked to him. I'm just like it's just so it's just so fucking.
They just want to get wifed up so they can be married to a
Literally-
freaking professional athlete and cash the hell out.
literally millions of dollars just to do nothing, just to be a trophy.
Dude, if you baseball players, if you're good, unless you're a pitcher, your body's fine.
Right.
Like you don't really hurt your body that much.
I've seen some fat.
Tommy
overweight-
John surgery is like about it, besides just like sprained ankles and the random weird thing that happens.
Right.
It's not like football where it's like, yeah, you had dementia.
Yeah, CTE.
Sorry.
Like you might have shortness of or not shortness of breath. You might have like you might have short-term memory loss, but
corona.
sort
Or
of
like
COVID-like
you burst your spleen,
yeah.
or you tore your ACL 6 times.
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
kill 6 people and just because you played football and yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's like I said, it's just in my opinion, college sports is a form of modern slavery because like I said, the biggest schools get the best athletes, get the best, not the best money, but get the most money. Obviously they want to
Biggest
get the most.
schools get the biggest boys.
They get they want the most profit because they'll be like, I've seen sometimes you see this guy's 6'5", 250 pounds, squats 650, benches 400.
Yeah, you're a piece of meat.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't want women don't talk about objectifying out. Like sports is the biggest objectification because all you care about is their stats. How good can they use their body to perform?
yeah, and it's just like once
We're
you
all
get
okay
to
with it.
There's sports for both genders.
That's true.
But the thing that
But-
always what always can like just make me mad is like those same like 650 or not 600 like these 250 pound like 6'5" linebackers, defensive ends. They're like, hey, so and so Bubba Johnson, so you're going to Alabama, University of Alabama. They have a really good so and so program. Are you going to consider going to that? I just come to play football and I don't make no. I just want to play football, and if I do go to, I make NFL. It's like, come on, man. Like I always get like, I'm like, great, you're going to these great schools for free,
Yeah.
and you're putting all your life, like your whole life ambition is to go professional. And it's like a less than 5% chance you're going to go professional. I don't care if I'm a shit player. If I'm a shit player and I get a full ride scholarship to like a prestigious university, even if I know I'm going to NFL, if I somehow get drafted like my junior year, I'm going to go back and at least try to finish my degree. I mean, like it's going to be for free.
I mean, if you can, if your brain's not too mushed up from.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
The
once you
dumbest-
retire, what are you gonna do?
The dumbest NFL player of all time might be Darren Sproles.
Why?
He can't read.
Really?
You can look it up. Darren
So he's
Sproles.
professional.
Yes, he played for the Saints, he played for the Chargers, and he played for the Eagles. He's a very dumb person. I've heard him in interviews. I've heard records of what he's said in interviews.
Dang.
He's not a smart person at all by any means. Sorry, Darren Sproles. If you ever find this, please don't beat me up. I know
Dan.
you're like 5'6",
Dan,
5'7".
if you ever want to come on the Apple Juice for Two podcast and explain yourself, you have an open invitation.
He's
Oh, he couldn't read it though.
even with Floyd Mayweather. Apparently, there's records of him literally not being able to read. Like he would have to get people to read his contracts because he literally can't read.
Damn.
Which is sad. And one last person, another athlete that cannot read is Kevin Garnett. He's actually a South Carolina
For real?
native. He cannot read. There is
Probably common in South
he
Carolina.
couldn't read the word equivalent. He literally said that's literally what he said. Like there's a video of him that came out.
That clip.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Oh, because
He's like-
it's just he just like tries to gloss over it. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that was right. Yeah,
And
y'all back me up. That was how you say that.
And then
word.
of course Larry Fitzgerald's like equivalent, and he's equivalent.
What he said, yeah.
But yeah, it's just bad because he didn't go to college. He literally got drafted
Yeah,
immediately
same with
after
LeBron.
college. Yeah, LeBron isn't dumb, but he does dumb things. I think he actually with the money he has, I think he like.
I think it's all
he's-
gone to his head. A lot.
Yeah,
like, a lot of
I
the
think he
fame-
educates
yeah.
himself. Like I genuinely think LeBron is a good person. I really do think LeBron's a good person. I think that since he has that big platform, that sometimes he might have these hot takes that are, But I think as a whole, like LeBron's a good person. I appreciate him starting a school and allowing these like kids that go to the school to have like free education up until college. Like,
I'm pretty sure
even
that's
after college.
I don't
Or
think
until college.
I don't think that's true. I don't think he started this. He like gave some money to a school.
So it's not.
I could be wrong.
Cause I think
I'll get on that.
Okay, because I think he's like the main. If it's not his school district, he's like the main sponsor. Because I know that all the students that go to that school, they have. I think their college tuition is paid because LeBron James is a billionaire. No, like that's nothing.
Like Scott's Tots.
Scott's Tots. Oh my God. But yeah,
LeBron's
Tots.
I don't know. No idea.
LeBron's Braun. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I'll give you back the mic, Brevin, because I know you have some other points to bring up.
Yeah, I guess just like overall to recap, I think as far as college and modern society goes, I think we need to take a step back from it entirely and really think about why societies have college, like universities, because not all societies had any kind of education at all.
Right.
And like when colleges started, I mean, definitely it can be like too exclusive where the only people that get in like shouldn't because they know the right people or they have the money or whatever. It should be for the most qualified people who like can use the education to do better things that will actually be able to do it. So we have so many just dumb degrees now that you can't really do anything with, and it's just a waste of time and money.
Liberal arts major.
Like the other major stat is just like how much it costs.
Right.
And it has gone up, but it's not like education has changed. It's just the same.
I kind
You're
of
getting
like,
the same education.
while I was in school, I was like wondering to myself, I'm like, is my degree worth something? And I'm like, I could have learned the majority of this. I guess maybe on my
has
own,
like a,
but it's just like I do still appreciate what I learned because honestly, like looking back at it, well, when I learned like further into school, because I had that thought like my freshman like sophomore when I was just taking like gen ed courses and like a few major courses. But then, like I said, like the biggest thing that I could say that I learned from school was media literacy, because I know I was, and especially in high school and early college, I was so quick to be so influenced by the media. Yeah. Anything that would happen, I would take it to heart. I'd be like, oh, this is what happened. Like I wouldn't do my own research. Because before I would be like so emotional, like, especially with like shootings, like or especially with police brutality. I would always be like, oh, cops are always wrong. Cops are always wrong. I'm not gonna say that's not like it's not true, obviously. Like there's some things that some things escalate. I'm not excusing what the cop did. I'm let the record show. But there's just times where it's like, oh, okay, well maybe if so and so didn't go about it like this, maybe it wouldn't have ended like that, and then maybe that we shouldn't do this in the situation, and maybe that people should, instead of being so mad or so like I'm just like I guess frustrated about something's going on, like maybe they can develop their own like interpretation of what's happening. But yeah, like I said, the biggest
thing, or just cut through the bullshit.
Cut through the bullshit. Yeah, cut through the bullshit.
And the good thing is you don't need college for that.
Yeah, you should just be able to
learn that in other places.
Yeah, like you literally like so many people are like, well,
if you go look.
Well, I saw on the news it said that that black people don't exist. I was.
There you go.
It's a myth.
Guys, I'm fading. It. Oh no, I'm fading. It's like just stuff like that. Like they'll say like stupid shit. And it's like, you sound dumb. And I'm like, what's your source? And just like...
Source.
Pinterest.
So, Cameron, look at that last link I put up. Okay. So this kind of ties to my idea of like original college and why it was a thing. And this honestly is the ideal college, what I have in this link. And most of you guys will probably recognize it. It's the College of Winterhold. They don't have any sports teams. But it's a guild of mages that's actually started it. So they teach magic, but the point is not everyone is magic, and only the mage people who have magic in them go to the school so that they can learn to wield it and like use it in the best way. I feel like it's kind of the same thing with normal colleges. Not everyone. I'm not saying people are stupid and they shouldn't go to college, but it's like if you're just average or like little above average, you don't
trade school.
You can do so many things that are very worthwhile and very useful and helpful to society that don't require thousands of dollars to get a piece of paper that you will learn things from, but probably like 20% of it is things I actually use.
And I don't want to like bash people that like made the decision not to go to college. Like you're not like, any less of a person because of that. Like I want to say that, but I know like if you don't go to college, like I said, like you should still in some way, shape, or form educate yourself.
Oh,
if
yeah.
it's not just like reading a book.
Just like learning.
Learn.
Try to learn something new every
learning
day.
is free. College costs money. Like you know what I mean. Like learning
And
is
I think
always going to be free.
You learn things better through experience than by teaching. You can learn things through teaching, but I think it's one of the slowest and least efficient ways. By doing things, your brain just naturally is like, oh, that didn't work, this worked. And if you do something over and over and over, you just get better at it over time. And you learn things instinctively rather than from a book.
Right. Like I said, like there's things that college doesn't teach you that you have to learn like yourself. So there's different, like I'm trying to think of an example. Like I didn't learn how to address people by certain pronouns in college. I just kind of learned that from past experiences. You said what?
It's an interesting example to choose.
I mean, I just don't know what else to say, but I mean, like college isn't going to teach you, hey, this is the pronoun you use for this group of people. This is the pronoun. Like they don't teach you stuff like that. So like I said, people would explain to me because I'm willing to listen. They're like, hey, there's different pronouns out there, and like I've learned the actual acronym to describe to refer to the gay community, the LGBTQIA plus community. Before college doesn't teach you that. So I learned every letter in the acronym: lesbian, gay, bi, trans, intersexual, asexual.
Look at him
plus.
go.
Look at that. Hey, I'm educated. But people don't know that.
You do get queer?
Because people, LGBTQ. Oh, I did forget queer.
Don't forget the queers.
Canceled. I'm canceled.
Sorry, queers.
I am canceled. But yeah, like college.
We gotta take away your degree.
We're gonna get that back.
We're gonna need that back.
But yeah, just like there's just so many other things that that we have to educate ourselves about.
And the other main thing about college, it's not how it's not supposed to be. Is there's supposed to be a lot of ideas. Like you have these magical people. And they all just like share their ideas and talk about things, and that's how you learn too. Is like listening to other people who have different views and ideas. Even
seminar.
If one of you is wrong, it doesn't matter. It's like you're just exchanging it, and it's the opposite.
That's the biggest thing. People nowadays can't have an opinion. You know, and like
you're not even just like the fact that you could have a different idea, even if you wouldn't do anything, even if it's like a horrible idea, and you might even say it's like disgusting or like.
Disgusting.
Misogynistic. That's a term a lot of people use. Like, why can they not even just have that idea?
Yeah.
Shouldn't we just? I don't know. Whatever. Free speech.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, like, I know there's some things that I'll be like, yo, hanging with the boys. It's just like the Saturdays for the boys. I think that's weird. Like Saturdays for the boys. But like
frats. Those are dumb.
But
party frats.
Frats equal weird guys.
Frats suck.
Frats. Next time,
any guy who's in a frat just say it's just because you weren't in one, they wouldn't let you in.
Just like,
okay, you can keep telling yourself that.
Yeah, I just played my bagpipe too hard.
Sorry, Brad. I didn't make it a Pi Kappa Kappa, man. Shit, man. But yeah, educate yourself. Word of the not even word of the day, phrase of the day. Educate yourself. If it's not through college, literally just read a book.
And like I'm not discouraging any one person to go to college.
No,
some people that's definitely the right path, and you should. But think about it. Like look at the other options. Look at trade schools. Look at technical schools, or just like anywhere you
service.
Can, like an internship, or just any kind of apprenticeship or experience, because experience is much more helpful than
experience pays. Internships don't.
School.
Maybe you'll find something that makes you want to go to college. Something.
Figure out what you want to do and find the best way to do that. And a lot of times it probably is in college.
That's definitely a big issue.
And don't get discouraged when your friends get into like these harder schools to get in. Don't get discouraged.
Don't do it just because everyone else is doing it either.
Yeah, just like it's fine.
How do we get into this mess?
Because honestly, at the end of the day, your degree honestly doesn't necessarily matter to people. I feel like
your grades.
It's just like I've seen people from. Because I know a lot of people have bad things to say about my university. But there's people out there that, with the same degree as somebody from Clemson, is doing the same job and makes more than that person from Clemson. But apparently, statistically, the person from Clemson should be making more money because obviously Clemson's a harder school to get to, or harder school to get into, and there's more resources. But at the end of the day, like a degree is a piece of paper. You're the one who makes that decision.
You can negotiate your salary.
You're the one.
You're just better negotiating.
You're the one that can literally determine how much money you make. You're the one who can make you. You are the one that can determine how well.
Also, a lot of people go to college for the connections. Like if you go to college, and decide to network really well, and you can.
That's definitely that's one thing where I think fraternities can help if it's more of like a business or like a professional fraternity,
right?
Because there's much older people who used to be in that fraternity that can hook you up with jobs.
Oh, also.
That makes sense. You could.
I couldn't get my point.
I just need
across.
to fit that in.
It's like a tick. You just gotta.
But yeah.
Satisfied.
Anything else to say, Mr. Brevins banter?
I don't know.
College sucks.
Right back with Brevins banter.
Like I said, the biggest takeaway: college isn't for everyone. If it's not for you, it's fine. You're literally not less of a person. But that being said,
no, we were saying that.
Educate yourself. I meant to say in the beginning. I'm going to contradict myself so many times because I'm so conflicted about if people should go to college. Like, just educate. If you don't go to college, educate yourself. Learn something. Just be insightful. Don't be ignorant.
I'm gonna say most people should not. But not everyone should not.
Did I say everyone?
No, I'm just saying that.
But yeah,
I'm just clarifying.
But yeah, like I said, if you don't want to go to college, don't go to college.
But it's fun. You get
I wanna
to
get
drink
job.
on the weekend with your girl.
I want to get a job.
So
I want to go out with the boys, man.
sorry, babe. It's Saturday. You know what the flip that means.
You know what that means, man. Saturdays are for the boys, man.
Boys.
So Kyle, pass me another Bud, man. Oh man.
I like
dude.
Budweiser.
Nah, Bud Light. No, man. Actually, not Bud Light. Give me a PBR.
Natty
man.
Light.
Let me get
Bush
that.
Light.
Let me get that bread and water. Oh, on the rocks.
Bread soda.
Bread soda. Ugh, I don't like that.
That's what beer is.
It is. This is gross.
Bread soda.
You're a better man than me because you drink it more than I do. I'm more of a cider guy, you know. I drink ciders.
I like my seltzer.
And stouts. Those are a little heavier. You know where stouts are from?
Where?
The UK.
What?
Yeah.
Does it just mean they're from the UK?
I don't know. It's either I don't know if it's Scottish or Irish.
Okay. Do you know where Scotch is from? Scotch.
Come on. Is it really Scotland?
Yeah. Scotch
I don't know
is.
if it was like too obvious or not.
Scotch actually is dumb because it literally is just bourbon that's made in Scotland.
Really?
Oh,
There's,
shout
like,
out to
laws
our
about
Chilean listener. We forgot that
yeah,
at the top
yeah,
of the
but
show.
Chile.
Thank you.
Chile.
If you're here,
Exactly.
whew,
Yeah, if you made it to the end of this part, you are a
you
true
deserve
fan.
a thank you.
Chile and Chile. Chile and Chile.
All right, you take it too far. Now they're gonna.
I'm just trying to be the corniest person.
Do they eat a lot of corn in Chile?
I'm trying to be the corniest person.
Okay.
Can somebody hand me the corn?
Well, is that all we got for college?
I think that's all.
I think so.
That's all I got.
Well,
But if
If you're in college now, don't feel bad. You know,
don't hesitate to go to HBCU.
Me?
Best
You
experience.
got a lot of friends.
Best experience. Do not hesitate to go to HBCU. That's all I got to say.
I mean, what if you are white though? Not saying you can't go, but like,
It's a different experience.
Yeah.
I think.
how are they? Were there a lot of white people at?
There's a good
SC
amount.
State?
There's a decent amount.
What
Not
is
like
it?
a
What is it
large-
like
It's,
for
not- it's
them?
like a large portion, but they didn't. A lot of I know people would ask me, "Hey, like, do y'all care? Like, this doesn't bother me. It's just this is the first time I've been the minority, not the majority. That's the biggest thing I got.
Is there
from
like
being-
segregation at all?
There's absolutely no segregation.
No, I don't mean like instilled. I just mean like natural.
No, I mean I know
So
like the tennis
the-
players, like they were
They
like
hang out?
foreign. They just kind of hung out together, but they had friends like in their department that were like black, but that wasn't really segregation or anything. I would talk to them. I'd always be nice.
Like you know how like a middle school dance, they'll just naturally segregate in girls and guys.
No, it wasn't like that.
Like no teacher's like, all right guys, get over on that side.
Dance with the girls.
Get over there.
Dance with the girls.
But it just happens.
Yeah, you're right. Dance with the girl. Sorry, that's not how like kids talk.
It's not-
Hey, I don't want to talk dance with the girl. It's voice crack. I want to kiss.
That's popping a zit.
yeah.
Ew. But yeah, that's all I got.
All right, well, thanks for listening to this episode, guys. That was a good one.
And congratulations on graduating. Oh, I think
Isaiah,
you should send us out
congratulations.
with some pomp.
Some pumps.
Oh, what's the pomp?
I think yes.
I don't know what that means.
Pomp and circumstance.
Yep.
Yeah.
See you guys next week. Remix.
Don't say you damn motherfucking damn stole your homeboy weed.